I'd like to thank everybody for being here today, really in support of Camron. I talk about Camron because when I came here 6 years ago, Camron was a little, tiny 7th grader. And he was almost like a chihuahua. He was really feisty. He would not back, and y'all know this because this hadn't changed. He would not back down from anyone. He was always up for the challenge. He played center for me a couple years in middle school. He was really, he was undersized, but what I could count on, I trusted Camron. I trusted Camron to do what would need to be done and to give us the best effort. He had a great shotgun snap, and he could flip straight over from offense and play defense, and he was never going to take plays off. He just wanted to be on the field. And so very excited to see his growth as a player, but what has stayed consistent is his effort and his ideal and what he wants to do as a player. He's loved football ever since I've known him. His parents, I appreciate them being here, very supportive of our program here. Coach Matthews coached with us and was a great support for our freshman staff, and we really got freshman athletics going. I appreciate him and his mom, Alice, just being supportive of what we did in the Booster Club and just being willing to pitch in wherever we needed. But together they did a great job of raising Camron, and I appreciate this coaching staff and what these guys have done to be a part of Cameron's life and pushing him and giving him the ability to play at the next level. I tell players all the time, everybody retires at some point, okay? Some of you guys retired after middle school. Some of you retired after your freshman year. Some of them retire after high school. And some guys will be like Brett Favre and play for 20 years, okay? So I'm excited that Camron is not retiring yet, that he is getting an opportunity for a guy that loves football as much as him to go on and play at the next level. It is a blessing every day you get to go out on the field. I challenge every guy that has ever played for me to let this day not be the culmination of their football career. Because for so long at Long Beach, everybody wanted signing day. They didn't want a football career. They want this day. They want to eat cake and have everybody clap on them and pat them on the back. I want the next 4 years and his growth as a student athlete. I want him to leave in 4 years with a degree and be prepared to do what he's going to do for the rest of his life, but enjoy football over that journey, because football is a vehicle. It's what gets us from point A to point B, and to have a lot of fun in doing it, and to have that brotherhood of what it means to be on a team and to push. Football is a unique sport, and every guy in here, I see a lot of guys that have played for me. Everybody knows that football is a unique sport. It's the only sport where there's 11 guys that have to do the same thing together in order for their success. Because if one guy messes up out of those 11, it can all be blown up. Okay, the right guard pulls the wrong way, or both guards pull into each other, it really gets messed up then. So it's great in a sport that requires it to work like a clock, because when it works together, it's a beautiful thing. Camron is that kind of teammate. He's willing to do whatever. He's willing to put in the work. He's a super hard worker, and I'm proud of how he recovered from the injury to his knee to come back and be a part and have the kind of senior year that he deserved to have, and especially winning the Bearcat Award. He is well deserved of that, and excited for him to take this next step. Turn it over to you so you can sign, or if you want to talk.
You know I don't want to talk.
Yeah, he's talking away. Sure.
Come here, Coach Alma.
Stand up.
All right. Camron, I'll tell you a little bit about Camron. Camron, when I came in, he was always a guy who would come in and work hard. He always said, yes sir, no sir, I'll do it. If there was something I felt like he couldn't do or he was doing wrong, I would let him know. And he would understand that he's doing something wrong, and he would try his best to fix it. Camron is never a guy who's gonna say, I'm too injured to play, obviously. He's never a guy that says I'm in pain, or somebody who just wanted to take a day off and tell you about it. You know, he may want to, but he'll never tell you. Camron has always worked hard in the weight room, always bust his butt outside, always there for practice, and I'm very proud of him for this day to be able to sign and go on to a 4-year college. This is what you are supposed to do as a high school football player. If you have aspirations of playing college football, this is an example right here. All right? It doesn't matter how big or how small, short, tall, really doesn't matter. But if you work hard and you do what you are supposed to do, and you're there every day, the rewards are great. and I'm very proud of him today. Everybody kind of knows everything about Cam already. He's a one-of-a-kind guy. You know, to me, when you think of Camron, there's only one word that really describes him, and that's bold. Okay. I was thinking about him, and you know, from the time I met him, I don't think I've ever met somebody in my life he has no fear. He lives with no fear. He's never afraid to take on a challenge, which he's going to Michigan to go to college. I mean, you know, that's so perfect of an ending, you know, or a fresh beginning, I should say. The Oats are going to live at Long Beach forever. I hope they do. Gonna miss you. It was an honor to coach you, man. First class.
Daddy. I had the honor of knowing Camron before Camron actually played for Long Beach, because I coached his older brother, and I heard a lot about this young one coming up that was supposed to be words I can't really say probably here from his dad coached him, but he had a lot about him. That's what I was, you know, I'll put it like that. He was real tough. He's hard nosed. He goes fast. You know, from what I know of his older brother, as physical and as tough as he was a fullback. It didn't matter if there was someone standing where he was supposed to go or not, he was going. That person was going to get a helmet to the chest. He was going to go straight ahead. He was going to hit you. It didn't matter. And I was told over and over that this one was the same way, or even more so that way. As a testament to his toughness, physical toughness and mental toughness, you know, Camron started off, like Coach Williams said, as a center in the freshman year. He was a center, an offensive lineman. 2 years later, he's a starting linebacker, middle linebacker. I mean, that's a huge transition to make. And so someone who can work that hard and get to that level of play, that big of a change, that's a testament to how hard they work, their physical toughness, their mental toughness. He knew what we needed, and he got there. He did it, you know. Talking about his physical toughness and injuries, you know, he suffered a devastating injury his junior year. Most players would not come back from that. It didn't faze him at all. I think just the wait to get back was the worst thing for him. Every day, Coach, I think I can do this. No, you can't. Doctor said you got to. I think I can. No, Cam, you can't do it. Okay, and so, you know, coaching a kid like this is easy. It's a pleasure. You know, it's not hard. You don't ever have to fuss at him for going too soft or not playing hard enough, or, you know, it's just not. That's never a thing you have to say with Camron. And I don't think that school understands what type of kid they're going to get. He will and probably can do just about anything on the field that they need done. You know, special teams, defense, offense, whatever. He's going to do it if they need it. So, congratulations. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
First, I'd like to thank everyone that came out. I really appreciate everyone coming. It means a lot to know that like all these people care enough to come watch me sign a piece of paper. I'd like to thank these two for a lot. You know, probably couldn't have gone through the knee injury without him screaming at me one day to stop the poor me stuff when I wanted to quit. Definitely the coaches. Couldn't have gotten through a lot without them. Allen, Fortenberry, Pygott, you know, Arms, Brady, everyone. They did a lot for me. It's sad I had to see a couple of them leave early on me, but they stayed with me, and I couldn't have kept moving forward if they didn't stay in touch. And just thank you.